So here I have a shower that I'm eventually going to gut entirely and remodel, but that's probably about a year away from that, given I'm doing so many other things in the house. So what I'm going to do is this tile, which is definitely in need of replacement. You can see there where it's got some mold coming through, it's leaking, it's uneven there around there. You can see that the tile has, the backing is probably giving way a little bit. That's uneven there around that faucet and tub spout. So what I'm going to do is do the same thing I did in the floor. I got this inexpensive vinyl squares, you can see right down there. And I went right over the top of the existing floor with these new vinyl squares, no grout line. I'm going to do the same thing on this shower wall. I'm going to take that same vinyl squares, go right over the top of that grout, right over the top of that existing tile. Let's see if we can get over here and see the other part of it. There's the other part of the... So it's 3 walls around the tub surround. And then when I put these vinyl squares on there, I'm just going to use mastic, but I'm also going to put a bead of caulk around each edge, so I can try to get a good seal, a little bit of a good seal between the squares, real tight fit. And then this one's going to go right over the top of this stuff. And that'll be good for about a year until I can get to gutting this bathroom and giving it a full remodel. But I just want to kind of clean it up a little bit, make it a little more appealing. So now I began to put that tile up that I was, the vinyl squares, over the existing tile, just as a temporary patch that should will last probably about 6 months so I can gut this shower. And here you can see I've gone around. I need to go higher up there to the ceiling. I've got those squares in there. And it was really important to seal the perimeter of each vinyl square. They're going right up against it with silicone. And so what's also important is that the surface that I'm putting the squares on be level, so the tiles meet flush. If they don't, you get leakage. And I had to replace 2 tiles down at the bottom there. So here I removed the cover plates for the shower faucet and handle. And if we zoom in here, we can see. Let me get down there a little bit. This is very uneven. It's pushed in there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to float that out and make it more level with mortar. So I'm going to come in here, and you can see right from here to here, I can put my finger in there. So this is all pushed in right in here. So I'm going to mortar this up in here to about there, and then there's a little spot in here that I'm going to mortar up. And when I do that, I'm going to scuff up this tile to rough it up so it'll bond with mortar. So I'm going to use a sander and maybe a Dremel diamond bit, scuff all this up so it's real smooth, obviously. And then I'm going to mix the mortar with a polymer bonding agent instead of water so I get a really good bond. So the idea is to get this level so I can put the vinyl squares on there. This backing seems to be okay. This is kind of okay where the cover plate goes. Just put some mortar in here and there, and then I should be able to put tiles up there. And again, it's really important. Be very liberal with caulk to seal this guy up, so no water gets behind these squares. And this should say this repair will last about 6 months to a year until I can get to it to get this shower. Here's a picture of one of the vinyl squares where I've put thin set on, and also you can see I did that bead of caulk all around the perimeter to get a really good seal against water. The other thing is, in doing this, I went from the wall on the left, worked to the wall in the center, and then to the right. Going in that, using that methodology, you're going to get out of alignment. In a normal tile job, you'll
Usually start in the center wall, the wider wall, and you draw very accurate lines, and you work from the center out, laying your tile. So you have very accurate placement of tile. But since this is just an interim repair, I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, obviously here you can see the vinyl squares are out of alignment with the subway tile. And as I get up to the top, I cut the top of the vinyl squares at a diagonal to get alignment with the perimeter of the tiles. So just a interim repair, this is good enough.
Here's a picture of the bathroom where I've got it done. I've got the vinyl squares up on the floor, and on the floor and the walls, the three walls. So it actually turned out pretty nice. It's for an interim solution. Here's another shot of the tub surround. So this will do us for, another year or two until we can gut this bathroom and get it fully remodeled.